The memorial site for the late SACP General Secretary Hani has been damaged by unknown people. It's where his grave is situated at the South African cemetery in Boksburg, Ekurhuleni. Our reporter Abongile Dumako was there. Abongile, the latest from your side?
Certainly, we are live. Well, good afternoon. We are from here in Boksburg in Ekurhuleni. When on arrival at this South Park Cemetery, we actually came across some damage that has been caused on the memorial site of the late General Secretary of the SACP, Hani, right on the foot of what we've seen come out of that Constitutional Court a few days ago, where Chief Justice Raymond Zondo did make a pronouncement that Walus, who is the man behind, to be the mastermind behind the killing of Hani, has had to be released on parole, something that has angered society. We don't know if there's any connection with regards to what we see happen here at this memorial place of Hani. But I'm joined by Ekurhuleni spokesperson, Mr. Dlamini, to tell us really what went wrong here. Mr. Dlamini, thank you so much for your time. What happened?
Abongile, we are quite devastated at what has happened here. We woke up in the morning yesterday to the news that there's been some damage here. So when we got here, you can see that there's been vandalism of the structure, especially when it comes to electrical the lighting system. But also one of the pillars of the facility has actually been damaged. We don't know what could have caused the damage, but we have sent the whole report to the Metropolis. They've launched a full investigation just to determine what has happened here.
So at this point, the police have not gotten back to you to give a report, really, in as far as their investigations are concerned?
Yeah, in as far as we are concerned, there has not been any formal report as yet, but the Chief of Police is handling that part or aspect of the investigation or part of this, what has transpired here. And we do hope that perhaps by end of business today or tomorrow, we should be having an idea of what could have transpired.
Has the Hani family been informed about the incident yet?
Obviously, we would have heard about it this morning. We do a proper assessment. There has been some kind of communication that has been done. You would have seen members of the SACP have been here. The African National Congress also has been here already. So there has been some kind of communication that is taking place. But the formalities and what has really transpired and how far the discussions are, if any formal sitting has happened, that will be clarified as the day goes on.
We are here at this cemetery, right, a couple of days after Chief Justice Raymond Zondo made the pronouncement on the killer of Hani. Do you suspect any connection in as far as that is concerned?
As a city, we are not in a position to actually rule out anything or comment on any of those things. We are dependent on the investigation that will be done by the security forces to determine exactly what could have transpired here. But I cannot comment on the judgment. We are just saying we are not ruling out anything, and we hope that the investigators will be able to determine what transpired here. And hopefully those behind this will be put behind bars where they belong. Because we cannot have such a sacred facility being vandalized. We are trying to actually preserve our heritage for the future generations to come to know exactly what kind of leaders we had in the past. As a city, we are doing our best, and all we need is for the community to work with us in preserving such. And whoever has information can please, if they may please, just report same to the police so that they can be arrested and they can be dealt with accordingly.
An unfortunate situation indeed that we see come out of this cemetery. Thank you so much, Mr. Dlamini, for your time. Well, that's Mr. Dlamini, of course, he speaks for the Ekurhuleni municipality. We are now having Pulemabe, the spokesperson of the ANC. He's just made his way here at this cemetery. I'd like to get a word from the ANC's side. Remember, SACP is an ally to the governing party, the ANC. Pulemabe joining us now. Mhlekazi, good afternoon. What a sad turn of events we see right behind you.
Well, I will have to talk to those that are in the employ of the city of Ekurhuleni, so that we can have a full appreciation of the issues. You are getting me to speak even before I could speak to them. It's not going to be fair. So I will have to just get a report from them on what has really transpired, so that we do not speak out of turn. More so because we were protesting on Saturday outside the Constitutional Court, where we had joined the picket line organized by the South African Communist Party and all other alliance partners, the MK, military veterans, COSATU, the ANC. And now, just after that, then we are now confronted with this. So we've got to establish, is this an act of nature or is it an act of other forces that we may not be aware of? What's really happening here? So I know that you spoke to the representatives of the city of Ekurhuleni, you spoke to Zweli, just to give you a feel of where things are. We have said that we have directed our caucus in Ekurhuleni that they must undertake a full investigation so that acts of individuals, if individuals are involved, is not hidden behind nature and weather. We really need to establish what are the issues. There are things that were put here to decorate the site and be able to tell the story of this decorated freedom fighter in a more elaborate way. Some of those are missing. So we've got to understand, is this a pure act of criminality? Is this a natural act? Or are there third forces involved? I mean, because the coincidence it's concerning. I mean, it's too coincidental to just read easily just like that. You know, just that we picket and this wind just picks up the weekend of a picket. That no, we are going to damage the memorial site of Chris Hani when they picket.
Just your overall reaction. You've just arrived. This is what you see. The ANC, in as far as what we see is concerned, what's your reaction to this?
Well, we have always said that grave sites, memorial parks named after freedom fighters, those that have made contributions in society, must be well looked after, because we use this to tell the story of our people, to remind our people of where we come from, the journey we've traveled, and all of that. So they've got to be preserved. I know that the city of Ekurhuleni, and I can only relate to the period when Honorable Mzwandile Masina was mayor here. You know, because what they used to do as the city under the mayorship of Mzwandile Masina, Councillor Mzwandile Masina, is that they would from time to time, especially in April, invite organizations to come, or April the 10th, invite organizations to come and celebrate the life of Chris Hani. So next year, we will commemorate 30 years since the passing on of, since that merciless passing on of Chris Hani in the hands of murderers Janus Walus. And we are hoping that we will use this period not only to tell the great story of this decorated freedom fighter, Chris Hani, who was in the high command of Mkondo Wesizwe, General Secretary of the South African Communist Party, but we'll also use this period as well. We know that the Constitutional Court ruling that granting a Janus Walus parole, we said that we need to look at other options, because we are a law-abiding organization. We subject ourselves to the rule of law and all of that. We developed a campaign working with our alliance partners. The political leg of that campaign is what you saw over this past weekend in the form of protests. There is also a legal leg of that to look at what other legal avenues are available to be advanced as part of dealing with all of this, because we must facilitate reconciliation. There must never be a sense that those that have always enjoyed privilege are always entitled to the same privilege even today.
Well, tell me, what's going to happen now? We've seen the damage that has been caused in this memorial site. Your plan as the ANC moving forward?
Well, I was outlining the plan, and then you came in and we suggested that maybe the plan...
Tell us the plan, Mhlekas.
So what I was telling you now, part of those, it's the things that we are doing as part of the plan. We started with the protest. The legal strategy include looking at other bodies that could be engaged for us to ventilate on this. We try, because you see, Abongile, in 1993 when Chris Hani was assassinated, we did not lose our hold on the moral standing of our society. the moral initiative remained in the hands of the ANC. We did not plunge the country into a crisis. We ensured that we still drive forward the message of nation building. Even as we do all of this, our appeal to the courts, even to those that will still be approached through our own alliance structures, is that let's look at this carefully and make sure that whatever is made as a final determination is one that unites our people. The fact that Mama Dimpo, Hani, and many others have expressed themselves in the manner that they have suggests that the wounds of the past have not fully healed. And this compromises that very reconciliation project undertaken through the Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Pulemabe, thank you so much for your time.
No thanks.
Well, there you have it. Pulemabe is the spokesperson for the ANC joining us there. He just arrived. To be fair, he says he's trying to establish what really happened here with the officials from the city of Ekurhuleni. But of course, a worrying state of events just on the back foot of that judgment which was handed down at the Constitutional Court by Chief Justice Raymond Zondo that Wanus Walush should be released on bail, ordering, of course, the Department of Justice to do that in a couple of days. Something that is really concerning the Memorial Center, the Memorial Park here. Now we wake up to the fact that there's been a damage caused here. We wait and see then what's going to happen in as far as action is concerned. We understand from the city of Ekurhuleni that police have been told about these investigations are ongoing. Studio, back to you.
Abongile, thank you so much for that update.